Hey, it's Gordon here with another week of the Unscripted Series. This week's a little bit different. It is still unscripted, but we're here in Denver, and in Denver is one of our good friends, Scott McCormick. And, we're at breakfast this morning. Oh, at this place. Great breakfast place in Denver, Snooze. And we're at breakfast with Scott, and he said, oh, why don't I tape your unscripted for you today. So he's going to probably edit it, which, I'm not competent enough to do editing, but he might edit and do something in there, I don't know. Anyway, we're here staying with another good friend of ours, Lizzie P. And we stayed with her last year and posted a picture of this wall of ukuleles, posted it on our Facebook. And Shar thought it'd be a cool idea if we talked with Lizzie for this week's Unscripted. So we sure appreciate staying with you.
Sure.
It's super cool.
Yeah, I'm glad to have you guys. It's always fun.
And you want to tell us something about the ukuleles on the wall?
I have a lot of them.
You do have, I think it is, I know it's accurate to say you have more than anybody else.
Okay.
Like there's some that approach you, you've got 11 I think,
Yeah,
is that right?
I think so, yeah.
And that includes Will's Lap Steel.
That's right,
Yes.
yeah.
But we are at an undisclosed location in Denver.
That's right. And they're insured. I don't know, I'll say, I started out with this one. This was my first one that I ordered. I ordered it to be a custom build. It took me a long time to get around to ordering it.
We knew that. Yeah, that kind of didn't sit well with us.
The first, I saw you guys, I guess, at a uke show. I saw your table. I was too afraid to walk up, so I was kind of lurking around the table that first year. The second year, I did go up and I plucked a few ukuleles and left. And it was after that, a few months after that, I decided to order one. So it took me a long time to...
So that would have been, I'm thinking, like we got started in 08, right?
Right. I think
Summer
the first
of
dinner
08.
was 09.
In spring of 09, so you ordered in the spring of 10.
Yeah, that seems right. This one is 2011 is when it's finished building.
Okay.
So, yeah, it took me a long time to pluck up the courage to buy one. Also, I spent a long time trying to figure out what I wanted, because I wanted to make it last. It was going to be a ukulele that lasts forever. It had to be perfect.
Yeah.
Would you say you were high maintenance?
I think
You were not high maintenance.
I was not high maintenance. I feel like I did my own research for a long time because I didn't know what I was doing and I didn't want to go into this blind. But in the end, I went into it blind anyway because I really didn't know what I was doing. I decided on Koa with spruce top because that's what James Hill recommended. Well, if that's good enough for him, I guess it's good enough for me. And yeah, I was telling you the other day, in hindsight, it really wouldn't have mattered, I think, what wood I had chosen, because now that I've had all of these, I can tell you I love them all. All the woods are very different, but each and every one of them I like for different reasons. So I've got a lot because I wanted to try different woods, I wanted to try different shapes, I wanted to try different sizes. So I have a soprano. This is a super soprano. I have several super sopranos because I like these a lot. This is a concert. It's a rezzo. Got pineapples and tenors. So mahogany and myrtle and sycamore and koa and mango. So I wanted to try everything. I guess that's why I ended up with so many. And each time I got one, I didn't really want to part with it.
Right.
So I've got quite a few, and I guess I'm not really ready to part with any of them because they're all unique and interesting. I like them all. I buy a lot of them used or not custom built. I think I have more that are not custom built actually. Like this one, this little pineapple, I bought at a show a couple years ago.
That we had brought, that we brought.
So I bought it off the table.
Mm-hmm.
This one was one that's I bought directly from you guys, but again, it was not custom. This was the same as mahogany tradition. I bought direct from you guys. It was not custom, and I kind of like buying them not custom because first of all, it's quicker. You don't have to wait in line.
I get that.
I don't like the wait, but also I like the surprise of like, oh, here's an instrument. I think it's really cool, and I'm gonna buy it and get it immediately and get to try it out. And it's not necessarily something I would have picked. Like this mahogany, I don't think I would have picked that if I'd gone through the
ordering
custom
process
cycle. Yeah.
So what would you say, like when you say they're all different tonally, what causes you to pick up one versus another?
I think just on a day-to-day basis, I tend to gravitate towards what size fretboard I want to play. And if I'm playing jazz, I usually like a concert size fretboard. So I'll choose one that has a concert. And then, you know, I have them strung differently and tuned differently. They have alternate tunings and stuff. So I'll have to choose. So I want low G or high G or standard tuning or an alternate tuning. So that's generally how I select. I don't really, when I go to play one, I don't really pick on tone wood. I pick on fretboard sizes and the way I have them strung.
Do they have different emotional feels?
I think so, yeah. Some of them sound really great with like happy, quick tunes, and some sound great with like sad ballads or whatever. Yeah, I think so. This one, Little Super Soprano, is actually really loud. I think it's the loudest, maybe, of all of them. Or this one, maybe.
And would you say it took a while for it to develop that voice? It's interesting to hear you talk about.
They've all developed very differently. I think this one, I could tell when I got it, it developed, I could hear it changing very quickly, but it changed for a long time, I feel like. Getting louder and louder. This one up here, this Myrtle Pineapple, it was pretty quiet, I felt like, when I got it compared to my other instruments. And it took a long time before I started to hear it get louder and open up and get more depth to it. And I put a low G on it for a while to try and like coerce. And I put it in front of my subwoofer. I sat and stand in the subwoofer for a while. But in the end, I think it just took time. And it sounds great now, and a lot different from when I first got it. I have this one that is a gloss finish, and I feel like I think it holds back on me a little bit compared to some of the other ones. And I don't know if it's
the gloss.
The gloss, or
yeah.
But when I played this one compared to this one, these are both Sycamore Super Sopranos. This one has a cedar top, I think, but I feel like this one is a bit quieter than this one with a natural finish. Oops, spinning around. Poor baby. Poor giraffe. Yeah.
So it's.
Well, I love the wall of ukuleles, and I also, to us, visiting here is a bit like a microcosm of Mayamoe, you know, to Shar and I, which I tell people this on Unscripted all the time, but it's like, yes, I know we're a business in the sense that we have people that we actually pay, which we thought we never would, so we have employees, and I know we're a business in that we have, I don't like to call them customers, I like to call them owners and to-be owners. But they are customers and we have an obligation to them. But still emotionally, Shar and I do this because we like it. And we got into it because it was a hobby, and we said when we don't like it anymore, we won't do it. And it's resulted in, we just made a lot of friends, you know, and met. I think we got into this because the first ukulele festival we went to, you know, we said, we just want to work for these people. We want to work with them, you know. And so you're kind of a microcosm of that to us, you know, and a lot of you out there, you know, it's, even though we haven't met you, we feel bonded in various ways. So, but I still love the, I love the wall ukuleles.
I think it's funny when you guys come, when you came last year, you knew exactly which ones to expect on the wall. Which I was also kind of surprised about. You knew exactly which ones I had and which ones to expect to be on the wall.
Well, we kind of track. I mean, not that many sell used, and so we're aware when they do, and you know, track that a little bit. There's something else I was going to mention. I thought along the way with there. Oh, I was going to say you have more ukuleles than we do.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, that
I thought, you know,
no, it is a great thing.
I thought someday we should. We have this idea of a ukulele museum. You know, Mayamoe museum, and we have like our 1000th, and we have the one we're building now, Birth of a Mayamoe. Probably be in it, and Snowflake, of course, Shar's,
and my resonator.
And then we have the first one we ever sold commercially, Ray Fair, who died and willed it back to us, super cool. But I'm almost thinking we have to.
Combine.
Bring them here.
Yeah, we're gonna have to move to your.
This needs to be.
I don't know if they'll fit.
You know, the Mayamoe Museum will be in Denver for anyone that wants to visit.
We're gonna have to take up that wall right there.
It's way more accessible than visiting here than it is in White Salmon. So, Anyway, thanks for visiting us. Thanks for hosting us. We love being here.
We love it. So. Thanks for doing it.
And thanks for filming, Scott.